Hi everybody, this is Sean and welcome to another episode of Shrink Wrap. In today's episode, I'm going to give you 3 branding tips you need to know before designing any brand. So first, let's do a little introduction. Branding is the distinct visual language and tone of voice of your brand. Before you embark on creating your brand, you should understand what it means to be a brand and some fundamental aspects of branding. Let's get into it. Tip number 1, know your brand strategy. Brand strategy is the brand's foundation. It is the beating heart of the brand. It is the reason your brand should exist, why it exists, and the reason that people will fall in love, care, and trust your brand. It is absolutely important to have an idea of your brand strategy. Even if it's rough, an example of some brand strategy aspects are brand personality. What is it? It is how the brand behaves, how the brand sounds, and how the brand looks. Such as, is your brand personality super happy, super positive, and super bright? What kind of personality does the brand want to speak? Another example, what is your brand positioning? What is your brand's point of difference? How do you want to be viewed versus your competitor? And how can you stand out? What are you doing that no one else in the market is doing? There are definitely more layers to brand strategy that I will get into in another video. But for now, let's move on. Tip number 2, brand design system. The brand design system is the brand's visual identity. It creates the emotional connection you feel when you come into contact with the brand. It is the design, such as the logo, color, typography, and it's the tone of voice that is carefully crafted to form a distinctive brand visual identity that is meaningful and engaging. The brand strategy should inform the brand design. They should both be working together and send a cohesive brand message. The branding should be distinct and defines what the brand is about. Your branding should send a clear message to your audience about who you are, what you do, and it should form strong consumer connections and fans. Branding is what sets you apart from your competitors. And great branding will drive a higher price point for your product or service. Tip number 3, brand usability and engagement. Your brand must engage and connect with your target audience. Think about how easy it is for someone to engage with your product or service. If you are in the service industry, think about what you are offering and if it is clear, and also if the user experience is enjoyable and fun. For consumer products, think about the quality and the design of the packaging. Also, are you answering the need of the user? Does your product help them or make them feel great? When implementing your brand into the market, it is essential that you deliver a consistent visual language and tone of voice through all applications, such as packaging, advertising, online, and offline, to name a few. Branding can seem intimidating, but the more you understand, the more you will see the value and the importance in what it does for your business or what it can do for your client. So with that said, a product or service alone can't sell, because in most cases, someone will already be selling the same product or service. So what sets it apart from everyone else? It is the distinctive branding and messaging. For example, what is the difference between Nike and Adidas? Branding. Sure, they both claim somewhat similar benefits to the shoe, but ultimately it is their distinctive branding that pulls them apart and builds a strong fan base. Branding that is created with true insights, meaning, emotions, and high quality design will last the test of time and build strong brand value. So there you go, 3 tips you needed to know before designing a brand. So, did you find these tips useful, insightful? Do you have any questions? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you want a hard copy of these tips, you can head on over to kiilatcreative.com and sign up for their Stay in the Loop newsletter. Also, we'll put the link in the description below. Lastly, be sure to subscribe to Shrink Wrap, where we shrink big design insights and wrap them all up for you. So until next time, Shrink Wrap!